The After School Alliance is the actual organization who developed the Lights On After School program that highlights all the wonderful things that we do. They love it. They love cooking experience. They got to make Halloween dirt cups last year, so they really enjoyed it. The parents also enjoyed it as well too.
We are a nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C., and what we do is we focus on expanding funding opportunities for after-school programs across the nation with a combination of federal funding, state-level funding, and of course local funding from city groups as well. In addition to that, we also have private and public investment. Today is Lights On After School. It's the nation's only rally for after-school programs, and approximately 1 million Americans are going to be joining up at 8,000 programs across the country to celebrate after-school programs and the impact that they have on our communities and our kids.
My role is to really help promote the role of after-school STEM programs, really how they can help excite children and young people in these STEM subjects, whether that's science, biology, physics, engineering, math, different types of observational science and citizen science that we do in some of our programs. So what they learn in the school day, in those classes, those science or math classes, sometimes when they're in high school, maybe those physics classes, really helping them understand and translate how that actually applies to the real world experiences. How can you apply what you've learned in those classes into a real hands-on experience?
To see the kids actually come in and really their eyes were just they were bugging out. They loved it, and it was a lot of fun putting it together. It's special because I think that seeing the kids enjoy themselves is, kind of the reason why a lot of after-school programs are around. Sometimes there aren't, a lot of opportunities in different areas for kids to be able to, get out of school and actually be able to come somewhere like a recreation department or even a community center and be able to do things that we do here.
It really is a coast-to-coast and beyond celebration. We have people up in Alaska, down to Florida, and even over in Europe as well celebrating with us today. And that's everything from arts and crafts activities like we'll see today to cooking demonstrations and citywide STEM parties.
Today was special because we get to make stuff like food, and we got to make these headbands or bandana, but I choose a headband.
I made some snacks and smoothie. I used bananas and apples, and I used sugar, honey.
And we made bowls of M&Ms and candy. All we did was cut up apples and bananas and put them in the blender with yogurt. And we added cinnamon and honey.
Today we did this race where we could do hurdles, we can do leap pads.
We set up an obstacle course today for the kids to run. We had 7 different stations, and we tried to challenge them to complete it as fast as they could, but also as correctly as they could. So we had little ball tossing games. We had they had hurdles to jump over and things like that. So I think it went over pretty well.
I like cooking. I like going outside. I like going to the gym. I like everything. I like going to the game room. I like going outside. I like playing with my friends. Ever since I moved to Maryland, my friends at Aftercare have been most of my only friends here. But yeah, I made lots of friends here.
I really like to go to the gym a lot. I like to jump rope and play double dutch.
When we get in, we usually eat a snack. Then after, if you have homework, you go to a table, and then we do arts and crafts. My favorite activity was when we were making the pumpkins and we got to paint them our own way.
One of my friends is named Marta. She's really nice and funny, and I appreciate for her and everything. And yes, I do make friends. Like the game we were playing, we joined. Even though we argue a lot, we still have friendship to each other.
I've made a lot of friends. Really excited that we're going to go and make food.
So there is these type of clubs, like art club, Spanish club, and other clubs. The counselors, they're really nice and they're really understanding. I make lots of friends. Well, sometimes I hang out with the people that I play with every day.
For every one kid in these programs, there's 2 other ones that would want to be in these programs that just don't have access to them. So really helping expand access to those programs is our key mission.
We watch movies and go to the better friends. Our parents have to go to work, and if they don't have anyone to pick us up, they can just pick us up here when they come, and it's more easier to just wait somewhere long instead of just coming to ask for care. I think it's important because if our parents was at school, they wouldn't be able to go to work, and so that's why if we stay here and they go to work, they can stay there and then pick us up from here.
I make friends, and there's 2 friends that I've known for probably 3 or 4 years. My favorite activity here is where we go to the gym.
We offer homework help, and so we can give pretty much individual attention to your child when they're working on their homework. We try and make sure they get it done before they leave. We also provide them with a snack while they're here, and they get plenty of exercise in the gym. We try and get at least half an hour of playtime for them, and so far the kids here have learned how to jump rope. They've gotten really good at tagging each other, so it's a good way to get exercise and to get, learn about a healthy diet.
I have a lot of friends, that I knew before, and I have teachers as friends like Miss Ash, Mr. Vince, and Miss Ish.
We do arts and crafts, we color, and we sometimes do season-related activities like when we painted pumpkins. I like to go to the gym a lot, especially free play when we can jump rope and do what we want to do.
I know that some parents English isn't their first language, and it is kind of hard for them to be able to help their child when they're at home with homework. So we do that, and I know that it makes a big difference in, when they're at school. I mean, we don't know because we're not there, but when they come here, they're more excited to get their homework done because they do get the help that they need, and sometimes it's done before they even get here, and the parents are pretty grateful. So homework is probably one of the biggest things I would say is a help.
It's a huge range of impacts on our kids. That includes obviously academic gains from having extra homework help and tutoring at programs, as well as authentic STEM experiences and other things that they don't necessarily have time for in the school day. They can really begin to experience at their after-school programs. We also see great gains in social and emotional skills, including teamwork, communication skills, leadership skills, especially in some of our older youth as they begin to take on leadership roles in their programs. And it's also just a really good way for kids to explore what interests them, thrive in school, and get to have fun with their friends. I would really like to encourage your viewers to please reach out to their members of Congress. We have a really easy short link, 3to6.co/lightsonrally. That will take them to a page where they can reach out to their congressman, either via social media or in an email, to really encourage them to protect this funding for future generations, because it has been scheduled for elimination by the White House in 2 years running, and we want to make sure that this investment is protected for our kids going forward.